Just a quick video to follow on from the education slot this morning, people. Bear in mind, I'm going to give an example in the trades at the moment, and if you need any help, just to tweak it for yourself. But it should apply to each and every business in the chapter. So what I've done on BNI Connect, bear in mind, if you look up here in the address bar, bniconnectglobal.com, you log in there, and I've put in a search term trades. So basically at the top, all I've done, if I go back to home, then all I've done here is I've clicked the search button there, I put trades in, and then I've done a search. And all I've searched on is trades, Ireland. And when the search has come up, it should bring the majority of the trades in Ireland. So this might be good for John, Seamus. My head's gone blank at the minute. I can't remember who else is in the trades. So Ross, it may be good for as well, because obviously Ross will cross-pollinate over. Obviously some are in Belfast, Cavan, Cork. You can see all the details down here. Carpenter, plasterer, drainage, builder, painter and decorator. So in Seamus's case, a plumber would be a good referral for him, because a plumber comes across leaky pipes. He's a loss assessor. Electrician, maybe from electrical fire. Painting and decorating because of water stains on the ceiling. Windows, where somebody repairing or replacing windows might see some work on the outside, cracks, different things like that. Drainage could be another one for Seamus possibly. So, and as you can see down the bottom here, like there's, we've got 25, there's 250 entries. So there's 250 trades, yeah, in BNI. So if I go to 100 to a page, I can go down, as you should, they should all be in different parts of the country. All you have to do to connect with one of those, my advice would be to talk to myself, Matt, Declan, and we should be able to connect you to anyone you see on this page. The reason being is we're all DCs in BNI, so we would know all the other DCs in Ireland, or the area directors, which is or the franchise owners. So whichever way we can get you a warm introduction to these people, you can connect with them cold. However, they may not know who you are, but they would know, we would know the person that they would like, that would be their DC or their area director or their franchise owner. So to get a warm introduction, so you can just click on their name there, and that will open up, and obviously that'll give you a picture, a bit of what they do, and you can connect with them direct yourself. If you want a warm introduction, then obviously we can arrange that for you. So that's on BNI Connect, and obviously the same applies. I've just done Ireland. If you want contacts in the UK, if you want contacts in Europe, if you want contacts in America, I'm sure you get the idea. You can do some of this in the app as well. Now the other way is I've done a search on, as in, for example, builders, yeah, and on Google. So then you can go down, and I haven't done Builders Ireland, but then if you look for trustedpeople.ie, online tradesmen, yeah, golden pages, but I've gone to this one's top builders in Dublin, and down here, obviously on the site, you've got different services, and obviously this is outside of BNI, and you've got all the different pages on there, so you could start making connections now. Saw your page online, saw you on Top Builders. I'm a local loss assessor, or I'm a loss assessor that covers the whole of Ireland. Same with the plumbers search online. Obviously I'm utilising Seamus at the minute. This would apply to the wedding industry, this would apply to Paula, this would apply to Loretta. You just got to think, who is a hub connector? Who has the types of clients you want, or is seeing the types of work? For instance, Seamus is one. Who's seeing the stain on the ceiling? Who's seeing the crack in the chimney, or that the chimney's had a chimney fire and it's damaged? Chimney cleaners. So, or people that do exterior washing on a building, they might see something where the plaster's blown or different things like that. Obviously, have a one-to-one with Seamus to find out, but this is obviously for Seamus's information or for ours. If when we're having a one-to-one, Declan done a very good education slot a while back where he said about posting the information in. So the other one as well is the dublinplumber.com. So you could go into there, you could contact them. Could be Seamus Direct, it could be one of us. Obviously, this is cold. The other thing you can do, I've done a search on here, is Top Builders Dublin Reviews. So that's the search term I've put in. The ads come up at the top. There's 2 ads here. Obviously, these people are advertising for business. To make a connection with these is you might have to go to 10 people. Obviously, think about the email or the way you're communicating to them. But you can go to their page, get their email address. This one here, it's got the phone number in the ad. So it could be as simple as this, phoning up. I noticed your ad on Google. It caught my attention, or it drew my attention because, with that in mind, I'd like to talk to you to see. I have a very good network in the trades industry, and I thought we could have a collaborative conversation to see how we could help each other in the future, where when would be a good time for you for us to have a call, whether it be a Zoom meeting or online. How would you be fixed for Monday or Tuesday to have a 20-minute, half-an-hour conversation to best see how we could help each other in the times that's in it? Something along those lines. And the other thing you could do on Facebook, Top Builders Dublin, and then I've gone into, obviously, down into the page. Another way you could do is, let's say, I'm using builders as the example, but this would apply to literally most keywords or most search terms. Search. Go along the top for groups. That will tell you all the groups in Dublin around builders, or Mayo or Ireland. You can go to pages, and that will give you all the pages of the people, and you can go in there and message them. Obviously, now I wouldn't, if you're doing a cut and paste message and sending it out to 15 builders, Facebook will most likely, if you do it back to back, and it's the same message, Facebook will pause your messageability after 10. After 10 messages, if you do it about a minute between each message, then you'll be able to get away with 20 or 30 messages, and then just rinse and repeat the next day. Same thing applies to visitors. That could be Mayo, and or if you know somebody that's in business, then you could go. So if I put in, just trying to think, if I put in, I don't know, let's say, I'm just trying to think of somebody in business, one that I can spell, but you need their personal account. So let's go to Top Line Archers on this one, just to give you an example. You can go and have a look at their reviews. If they've got reviews, that will indicate, one, that they're possibly worth inviting. But also, normally when you go into Top Line Archers, like very helpful staff at Top Line, I'm delighted with my something basket, look fab at my fireplace, blah blah blah. But sometimes you'll see a tradesperson putting a review up. But if you've got their personal account, so I'm just trying to think of somebody, let's see, well, I'll do Roz, Roz Tunney-Ware, and that, obviously, that's my wife. I'm going to go into Roz's account, just to give you an idea what to do. Go to About, don't touch anything, go down past About, this is Friends, obviously you go past Friends, you go past Photos, you go past Videos, you go past Check-ins, you go past sports, music, all that, and you go past movies, you go past TV shows, you go past books, and then you come to likes. And then you start to see what businesses that Roz has liked. You go to see all, and what happens then is, when it loads up, so for instance the Wild West, which is Michael that owns that, you can go in and you can see the businesses in the area. So we know Roz has most likely visited this, and you can go to check-ins. But where it helps you is normally these would be people that Roz would know, or at least there's Karen's Place there, Colmore Island. These would be people. There's Eggless's place. But what happens is when you go into it, let's use Eggless now, or Eggles, I should say, sorry, is now, I'll just wait for the page to load. I want to make this as short as possible. But what we can do with Eggles, if we go and look at his reviews, yeah, what we might see is a common theme. Margaret Comley. We all know who Margaret Comley is. The point is that normally other business people have liked their page, yeah, or reviewed their page, yeah. So we got one is on there, one review. Bear in mind that's something you could do with Eggles at the minute, is to give him some reviews or like and share his page, and it can be, you could like and share his review, and it's that simple. It takes seconds to do, yeah. You could go down, and bear in mind that gives him more exposure to the market. This is another review where he's done this work here. Like and share that, yeah, and maybe one each day. I'm just showing you how easy it is. Another thing you could do is you can go to community. Bear in mind you can do this on each of our pages. Go just where these three little dots are beside share, down to invite friends, and then you go, obviously I've not invited 1,520. I'll go select all and send invites. Now I've just invited whatever the number Facebook allows to come and like Eggless's page. If we all done that for him, the amount of exposure he would get, the same applies for my business, the same applies for Matt's business, the same applies for your business if you have a Facebook page. It's that simple how we can help each other at the minute. To prevent many issues, we've limited how often. So Facebook might only allow 200 people, 500 people at a time. But I'm sure you're getting the general theme of it. If you're unsure what keywords to put in to BNI Connect, is sometimes just putting a space after the search term. You can see near me, Mayo, Castlebar, whatever. So for visitors, you can put near me, and then you'll get the local ones coming up. You'll see who's advertising. That's an 01 one, so I think my Google settings are set for, so I'll put Mayo, because I reset my IP sometimes so I can see what ads are running. But you can come down, and these are the local listings. So you can go to the website. You can, obviously, the golden page, you can get some information there. Find a plumber.e, Mayo, good tradesman. But you can also come down here and see what related keyword terms are, and that will give you an idea of what you could put into Google or what you could put into BNI Connect. I hope that all makes sense to you. The other thing I would suggest to you is back to BNI Connect with these people. If you went through, had a phone call, I mean, how long does it take to make a phone call? How long does it take to send an email? Or how long if you phoned me and said, Lee, and do the work for us? These are the people we want. This is their phone numbers. Message it in a WhatsApp. I'll get on the phone and I'll make a warm introduction to these, or Declan will, or Matt will, and we can set it up where it's strong for a collaborative conversation. So if you go through and do the research, we can go through and do the bit we can do. And then, and just say you're looking to put certain people into a WhatsApp group, and then you're starting to build a power team. Like for Seamus, it could be a power team of plumbers and electricians, painter and decorators, and anyone else that suits his, whether they're in his chapter, whether they're in another chapter or outside the area. At this time, I think it's very important that we pull together. That's my opinion, and so we can all get hit off the ground, hit the ground running. Ross said electricians are very good for him. So with Ross, imagine if he had 10 warmed up electricians that are in the right position to help him when it kicks off. People that do automatic gates that might do security might be good for Ross. People that do stone cladding or garden walls or gate pillars might be good for Ross. For Ross to get referrals from them to pass to the people that hang the gates, to build the relationship for the people that hang the gates to give him the referrals. So we might have to utilise each other's network to generate referrals for people outside our network, just to enable us all to build the relationships as fast as possible. Bear in mind, givers gain. So I hope that all makes sense to you. If it doesn't, please ask questions either of me or Declan. And I don't mean that as disrespectful to anybody else. Declan's got 14 years in the chapter. Utilise the experience. I'm only 5 years in, but I think most of you would class me as a good networker. So the point of this video, if you spend the time to watch it, hopefully it's going to help you. So I'll talk to you soon. Stay well, stay safe, and stay happy.